Hello, it's Amber Griffiths here with Your Brand by Design, and I have a secret. Not only do I have a secret, but I'm going to share it with you. It's that kind of a secret. It's not one of those like a birthday present where you keep it wrapped up and you don't let anybody know until a certain time. It really is one of those things that I think I have shared this before, but there's been new improvements to it. There has been an update to it. And so even if I have shared this with you before, I am so excited to talk to you specifically about how to create momentum in your marketing. How do you create momentum on social media, specifically anywhere online, but especially with your social media? There are so many ways to be seen ish. Whether you're actually seen and understood and processed and kept around is a completely different story, right? There's so many opportunities for you to be on Instagram, be on social, or be on LinkedIn, be on Facebook. It's like pick your platform and show up 27 times a day, and it's magically going to move your ideal clients where you want them to go, right? No, that's not how that works. If you've heard me speak, you probably have heard me talk about being poked with a stick. This is what happens when you just get loud. If somebody tells you, if you're working with a coach that says you should be on Instagram 27 times, unless there is this is how you do that so that it actually creates momentum, ask more questions. There should be a plan behind it. Don't get loud just to get loud. The way to be heard in a crowd is not to yell louder. It's to get the microphone, stand on stage and say, "Attention everyone, look at me," right? It's getting loud with a purpose. Have something specific to say. For heaven's sake, if you have a business, if you're committed to it, if you have a great big beautiful vision and you have a fabulous why, then you want to share that with everybody. Now, if you don't have those things, we should definitely have a conversation because you're probably in the wrong business. You are probably struggling through entrepreneurship really for no good reason. However, chances are, especially if you are listening to my words right now, you have a vision, you have a goal, you have a purpose. You have a mission that is so big that if you don't share it with somebody, you're going to explode. So I want to share with you today my biggest secret for creating actual momentum through my social media. Now, of course, it always starts with branding, right? Be super clear about who you are, what you do, and who you serve. And don't worry about the rest of that. We've talked about how you can get distracted with what you think the competition is doing, with jangly keys. Ooh, everybody's doing this now, I should be doing that. Without any kind of consideration if your ideal clients are at the other end of that. So we've talked about all that. We've talked about how to get your message super clear, get super fabulously excited about living in your zone of genius and stay there all the time and attract clients that want to pay you to stay there all the time. This is part of the magic of branding. But then what? What comes next, right? So what comes next is implementation. What comes after I have done all these foundational pieces? I know who I am. I know where my zone of genius is. I know who my ideal client is and where to find them. And I've decided that they are on Facebook. I've decided that they're on Instagram. I've decided that they're on LinkedIn. Maybe I've decided that they're all three of those places, and I want to make sure that I am seen consistently on all three platforms. What is the best way to do that? Well, I'll tell you right now, the best way to do that, especially if that is not necessarily your zone of genius, you should get some expertise in that field. If you don't know how to consistently be on Facebook in a way that matters, in a way that draws attention to you from your ideal clients, get some instruction. I'm here to share with you today that my fabulous friend and colleague Christy Hansvik with Simply Online is launching oh my holy cow. I'm so excited that she's doing this. I asked her if I could please share it with my people. She hasn't even launched it yet. So anybody who are my people, you get just a little bit of a head start from everyone else who's going to want this program. She is launching this program of how to repurpose your content online. She's been doing a 5-day challenge, which is spectacular, by the way. If you have not had an opportunity to do that, I am so sorry. I hope she'll do it again. But it's all about being super clear about what your message is, being super clear about who needs to hear it, and then how to really make the best use of every single one of the platforms. And it's not because, again, this is not about recreating the wheel. It's okay, now I got to think about something to say on Instagram. Okay, now I have to think of something to say on Facebook Live. And how do I share that? And how do I make the best use of all of those things? This is like the magical way to make it all make sense, so that you're not spinning your wheels, so that you don't get super sucked in to the hole that is Facebook Live, to the hole that is Facebook. I mean, any of you who are fans of Facebook, I'm one of those people, you know that when you get in here, you can get sucked in and all of a sudden it's a rabbit hole and it's 12 hours later and you're like, oh my gosh, that was Tuesday. What happened? Right? But what if the other side of that is you get on Facebook and you spend 6 hours posting and engaging in groups and really tracking down who your ideal clients are and engaging them in a very authentic way. By the way, authentic. Not, hey, by the way, can I be your friend? Oh, I'm so glad we're friends now. Here's my stuff that I want to sell you. So distasteful. Like, you would never do that to them on the street. Why would you do that to them on Facebook? Just a side note. So maybe you go on and you spend 6 hours and you are on every single platform, and 6 hours of creating and recreating content is really hard and it's draining. And then on top of that, how do you know it's actually going to work? Right? How do you know that it's going to be fabulous and wonderful and make you money? And maybe you're just looking for it for a lead gen. How do you know it's going to work? And how do you gauge how much time you're going to be spending versus how much it's actually going to do? Hello, Gina. So here's what I would love to see you all take advantage of. She is an absolute genius with social media, absolute genius online. One of her strengths I have found is the repurposing content. Absolutely. If you have ever wanted to create a content calendar, she can help you with that. And again, this goes beyond on Monday you say this and on Tuesday you say this. There's a why behind it. And once you have your brand secure, once you have created that foundation of a fabulous rockstar brand, so you know what you need to be saying to people, Christy can show you how to actually implement that online. To not just have this really fabulous idea, but take the steps and put it into your favorite social platform. So through this course, I want to say, Christy, I'm going to have to get corrected on this, but I think it's a 6-week course. I think there's 5 or 6 modules, and she will walk you through how to do this, because I realize some of you guys are like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. I just want to hand it off. Awesome. You should totally hire Christy to do that for you. If you think, I think I could probably do this. I think I could probably figure it out myself, or I'm just getting started, but I want to make sure that I don't waste my time. I want to make sure that I get the biggest bang for my buck and really avoid some of those costly mistakes that you can make on social media. You should purchase this package. It is a course. She will be doing live training. I'm almost certain there's worksheets or something like that to guide you, because she makes it for people like me who I'm like, I need to see the step by step. I need to understand what button to push and why I'm pushing it, right? It's not enough to know what to do. I want to know why I'm doing it. The methods and the science behind it always make it easier to remember and easier to understand. Christy has that in this course. I am so excited. It is super affordable. It is going to be fabulous. Clearly she's one of my favorite experts. I talk about her all the time. I send clients to her all the time. She's in charge of my stuff. I would highly recommend that you check this out. I'm going to put a link to her class in the comments below this Facebook Live as soon as I'm done. But I wanted to show you kind of that next step. After the strategy and after you get all your stuff put together and say, okay, now I'm ready. Now you need to know what buttons to push. Now you need to understand why to put things in a certain order and why to share them from one business page to a personal page or vice versa, and how all the mechanics of that. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So I would encourage you to do 2 things. 1, create your rockstar brand. Be super clear about who you are, what you offer, and who you serve, and craft a message that actually connects you to your ideal client. Craft a message that reflects you and attracts them, and get super excited about being able to work with your ideal client and stay inside your zone of genius. Your rockstar brand is that thing that allows you to charge for the value that you provide and the results that you cause. It takes you out of charging pennies for minutes. It takes you completely out of that, right? So that's challenge number 1. Get super clear about that. If you are not clear about that now, you and I should have a conversation. I cannot wait to talk to you. This is my favorite thing to talk about, clearly. So you and I should have a quick conversation. You should go to my website, please and thank you, yourbrandbydesign.com/duet, DUET, as in the two of us having a chat, figuring out where you're stuck in your brand, where you're stuck in your business, what is taking you too much time and too much money to get too little results. I can help you with that. Go to yourbrandbydesign.com/duet and grab a time on my calendar that works perfectly for your schedule, and we'll have an amazing, powerful conversation. That's challenge number 1. Challenge number 2, get Christy's course. I'm going to put the link in the comments below. It is phenomenal. I am so excited. I've watched her teach this. I've watched her coach it. I've watched her do it for me. And finally, she has created this course that will actually make it easy for you to follow along and learn. And again, if you decide that you're like, wow, I just need somebody to handle this for me. This is not where I'm making my money. I just want to hand this off. She can absolutely take care of that as well, clearly. But in the meantime, you could engage. She has been a part of this. She has, like I said, she did this 5-day challenge. The people in that group are amazing. Like, if nothing else, join this course so that you can network with these people that are in her course. They're amazing. They're active. They are serious business people. They are ready to move their business forward and make money. This next step, buying this course with Christy to teach you how to do this for your own business, best investment you could possibly make tomorrow. She's going to launch it tomorrow. But you guys get access to it today. I'm trying to remember what day that it actually starts. But it's one of those where it's super easy to follow because she gives you instruction and then she gives you worksheets to follow up with. And then there's accountability. So it'll actually work. You can take that next step and implement your brand and make sure that it's actually making you money with the guidance of an absolute professional. So build your brand, create your rockstar brand. And if you don't have one, you and I should have a conversation. yourbrandbydesign.com/duet. Then get Christy's course. I cannot wait for her to launch it. I've seen some of the content. She's given me the outlines for it. Maybe I'll even tease some of that in the comments. If you want to know more about her course, I'll put the link on there. And it's all about getting super visible in 30 minutes or less a week. Really? Like, beat that. Talk about standing out from the crowd in a way that not just gets you noticed, but gets people engaged. Gets your ideal client ready to move with you. This goes beyond just poking them with a stick saying, hey, you ready to buy? You ready to buy? Nobody likes that. Nobody responds well to that. You don't. So why would you do that to your clients? Make it matter. Get it tonight. I'm going to post a link. So until you and I have a conversation and until I see you in Christy's class, rock on.